Yan Liang joins me now from Portland, Oregon. She's an economics professor at Willamette University. Professor, so the service sector looking strong. People are spending money on pretty much everything and traveling across China. So we're now past the first half of the year. I'd like to get your analysis of China's numbers from last month that were just released.
Good to talk to you, Irene. So yes, I think the numbers show the economy is continue to recover, and it also shows very good signs of stable and balanced growth, because we not only see the usual growth in industrial production in May, which increased by 8.8%, and also the fixed asset investment, which continue to grow. And the first 5 months now, the cumulative growth is 15.4%. But we also see the welcome sign of retail sales has been growing by 12.4% in May, and the service sector, as the earlier reporter has talked about, that the 2-year average growth rate now reached 6.6% in May, up from 6.2% from April. So all these shows that we're no longer just rely on export growth in industrial production to propel the economy. Now we are shifting more to domestic consumption demand and also to the service industry. So I think the growth now is more balanced, and the recovery is more stabilized.
Something that we heard in our last story, China upgrading its industrial structure. Explain to us what that means and what needs to happen.
Right. So this is a sort of a stage where China is now no longer rely on low cost manufacturing in order to grow. So what China wants to do and needs to do now is to upgrade its industrial supply chain to move out from those labor intensive, investment driven, and heavily polluting industries and move on to more value added, technological intensive kind of production. So this will help China to have long-term growth and also have technological innovations to support that long-term sustainable growth.
That's right. And you mean by with China's goals to shift more tech, producing more chips, staying inside the country, also trying to shift to a more consumer-driven economy. What is the outlook then? How long do you think that will take China to reach those goals?
Right. So we're seeing already that China is slowly but surely switched its economy more towards consumer-driven growth. And so, like, we have already seen this prior to the pandemic, that the investment share to the GDP slowly declined, and the consumption share to GDP slowly increased. And I think the pandemic would also continue to shift that, would continue to propel that trend. And for technology, I think this is very essential for China, as now the government has launched many programs and also trying to support industrial upgrading. I think this is very essential for China, as now we all know the tech war between US and China. So China needs to rely on itself to realize the independence and self-reliance on technology.
All right. Always great to see you, Professor Yan Liang. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.